Good morning, Mr. Witness. Welcome to this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and Related Matters. Mr. Witness, in which language do you wish to make your testimony?
English, please.
What is your religion?
Islam.
Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation?
Yes.
Okay, Madam Chair, the witness wishes to swear by the Holy Quran. Okay, the Holy Quran. Okay. Okay, then repeat after me. I, Muhammed Jah, do swear that I'll speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, the witness is sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness to you for us to proceed.
Good morning, Mr. Jah. You're welcome.
Good morning, Chair.
Council, we may proceed.
Good morning to all the commissioners and everyone present. Honorable Secretary, Mr. Jah, good morning.
Good morning, Council.
Please state your name to the commission. Your full name, please.
Muhammed Jah.
Your address, sir?
70 Atlantic Road, Fajar.
What is your occupation?
I'm a social serial entrepreneur.
Okay. Do you mind guiding us through your educational background?
Primary school is Latin Kuna Damso. High school, Muslim High School. University, I did my O levels at Muslim High School, A levels at Gambia High School, and I studied my first diploma in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Jamia Malik Saud, University of Malik Saud, on Arabic and Islamic Studies, and then I proceeded to do my degree in Electrical and Electronics Engineering at the University of Sierra Leone, Forobe College.
Thank you very much. You recall you were called by the investigators of the commission and they obtained a statement from you.
Yes.
This was on the 20th of September 2024. We will give you a duplicate of the original, so you go through it.
Yes, Council. It's the right statement here.
Thank you very much. We apply to tender the statement of the witness into evidence as an exhibit.
The witness statement dated the 28th of September 2024 is hereby admitted in evidence and it is marked as LGC/MG/KMC/001.
As a commission please. Now, sometime in 2019, Espas Motors had a contract that was awarded by KMC with, of course, TPP approval for the procurement of 19 trucks. You recall this?
Yes.
Please give us a background as to how Espas Motors applied for this procurement, this award, and then the subsequent winning of the process.
Thank you very much, Council. Dear Chairperson and Honorable Commissioners, thank you for giving me the opportunity to appear before this distinguished commission. I welcome this process because I believe that transparency and accountability are essential to strengthening public confidence in both our institutions and our communities. At the outset, let me be clear about my role. I am a shareholder and ultimate owner of both Ajib Bank and Espas Motor. However, I do not manage their day-to-day operations. Each institution has its own board of directors and professional management teams who are responsible for commercial decisions, risk assessment, and contract execution. In the past decade, over 10 years ago, I have remained at best chairman of the board of directors, and I have not sat on the management teams of
Mr. Jah, are you addressing the commission?
No, I'm coming to your answer. I'm just giving a preamble,
okay,
if they can permit me. Please.
Okay.
In the past decade, I have remained at best chairman of the board of directors, and I have not sat on the management teams of neither QuantumNet nor Ajib Bank. I am still fully committed to cooperating in this process because I believe that if my appearance here today will give light to this particular project, I am very, very happy to be here. My overreaching goal in business and the reason I invest in these businesses has always been to create value for the Gambian people and to support our country's development. Coming directly to this particular project, I was very much aware, as everybody knew, that during the mayoral elections, almost 90% of the issues or the concerns raised by the public was waste management. This is not particular only to KMC. It was for all the municipal councils. So obviously, as a company, we also took note because we are living in the country, and we started, even before the municipalities contacting us, we started investigating, talking to our manufacturers on how to solve this problem, because we are citizens and we were the ones giving these concerns to the municipalities. All the municipalities contacted us after the mayoral election. It was not only KMC. And we discussed and negotiated with all of them. We went around to see how waste is collected in this country, how it is dumped, how it is processed. And several meetings took place between us and the different municipalities in the country, and also our manufacturers. The objective being to solve this particular problem. And I'm happy that as I sit here today, I can say that we have been one of the companies which have helped solve this problem. Yes, KMC started.
Mr. Jah,
yes.
I'm pleased with respect to you giving a background as to how you were engaged with most of the institutions, right?
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry. We have no business with respect to the credibility of your business and your company. We're just very particular about your relationship with KMC. And so, for instance, if you want to address the commission, it is within your right. You just seek permission from the chairperson. If it is granted, you can make a statement, no matter how long, if it is granted. But for the purpose of this hearing, we just want to limit it to the relationship you've had with KMC with respect to the 19 trucks.
Okay.
And nothing in relation to any other institution you've had a business with that wouldn't be within the jurisdiction of this honorable this commission, and certainly nothing in relation to your personality as a businessman, or your character as a businessman, or the reputation of your business as a consortium, or you may call it. So it's just primarily to know the dealings with respect to the trucks.
Okay. Management trucks, so they were contacted directly.
Now, how was the company contacted by KMC?
I believe that they called them, whether verbally or, I don't think we were written to. I think KMC was just called us to say they were interested. In fact, I believe that also because we knew that this was coming, as I said, we were also looking for business as well. So I think it might be both ways. I'm not sure whether we contacted them first, but I know that most of them contacted us after the elections, so after, the elections of the mayoral.
In your personal capacity, you have appeared in meetings with KMC, whether general meetings or the contracts committee meetings.
Some of the meetings, I don't think contracts committee ever, but some of the meetings, because this is one of the projects which had a social impact, and I was interested in it.
Yes. I asked the question because of your introductory statement. It appears as if you, as a proprietor or a shareholder, you do not take part personally in some of these transactions. It's only your technical employees. So, because the minutes of the meetings would suggest that you were present, and you wrote some correspondences as well in relation to the 19 trucks, correct?
Well, as I said, I've attended very few meetings.
Right.
I can recall very few meetings, pertaining to my role as chairman, because they need a decision maybe from me on certain things. But all the technical meetings were attended by either Ajib or Quantum Net or both of them. So
these meetings you've attended, were they general council meetings? Do you know?
I believe that there was one of them which was general council, and that was after the bids were open, and we won, and we were written to that we won the bid. And I believe before even the general council meeting, we were called at the mayor's office to discuss discount, to give them discount, even though we were the most responsive bidder. And I think what we gave them, what my technical team gave, the discount limit they had, was not satisfactory to the mayor and his team. So I believe with, his, business knowledge also, because he was a businessman, he decided to call for a council meeting and invited me there. And I believe that in that council meeting as well, there were also two, I think they were consultants. One was called Mr. Kebe. He was the former CTO of Gamtel. And one was Mr. Barry. I think he's a financial consultant. They were in the meeting. And the essence of the meeting was to negotiate with us, push us to give them more discount. And obviously, if my team has to go beyond a certain discount limit, I have to intervene. That's why I was called. And I was, after long deliberation, I remember that day, I was able to give them a discount of 10 million, which was almost 10% of the cost of the project.
So it is correct to say that you took part in this process,
yes,
in one way or the other?
Of course, I took part in this process, one way or the other.
Now, what is your role or your relationship with Ajib Bank?
Same as Quantum Net, I am the chairman and majority owner of Ajib Bank Limited.
Right. Now, were you aware that KMC approached Ajib Bank for a loan for the wards to benefit from in relation to procuring these trucks?
I was not aware.
Okay. Was the issue ever discussed during your board meetings or any of the meetings in relation to KMC's interest whatsoever in procuring trucks?
I cannot recall.
Now, the trucks that were procured, were they procured for KMC or for the WDCs?
Well, what I saw in the contract, as I said, I was not in all the technical meetings, is that the bidding was from KMC. The bid documents I saw,
right,
which was certified by GPPA, was from KMC.
Right.
And then also the contract was between us and KMC. Although within the contract I have seen that they were trying to get the wards, to run the Malik project. But what we had as a company, the contract we have is between us and KMC. And of course the wards are under KMC.
You have seen the contract before it was signed?
No, I saw it after it was signed.
You were not interested to see it before it was signed? I mean, it is tying your businesses down financially. I mean, I believe the sum is how much? $105 million?
Yes.
Right. It was signed. We had the mayor here. He testified, right? And so when the contract was signed, the mayor testified and then really admitted to the fact that it could have been better. The wordings of the contract, the terms and conditions of the contract could have been better, and then better carved out. You're talking about huge sums of public funds that were invested in this, right? So do you have a copy of the contract?
Yes, I have a copy of the contract.
Okay, good. Let me just refer you to the introductory part where you have, it says Cardiff Municipal Council and Espas Motors, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, if you turn to the second page,
yes,
it talks about advance payment and some security.
Yes, sir.
It says if there is an advance payment, some security is needed for the loan the government is giving to the supplier, a form of security for advance payment. What does this mean?
That means that if the institution wants to buy anything from us and they have to give us an advance payment before we deliver, we must be able to secure that advance payment. In case we don't deliver, then we will be able to refund that advance payment to the institution.
Okay. So where it has stated the government is needed for the loan the government is given. Is the government giving out the loan? Do you know?
In this particular instance?
Yes, I'm reading word for word.
Government did not give out a loan.
So what is the relevance of having the government in this time of the contract? Do you know?
I don't know, because I just saw the contract after it was signed. So okay. I don't know. Maybe sometimes I believe they cut and copy.
Copy and paste.
Copy and paste contracts. So
good.
Maybe it was an oversight.
Oversight.
Yes.
Now, 1.3.5
yes,
says the procurement of the trucks will be done by the ward development committees and facilitated by the KMC. Furthermore, the trucks themselves would serve as guarantor or security to the facility or for Espas, and the trucks would be in the joint name of Espas and WDC. So what does that mean?
Yes, that means that based on this contract, what happened was, if you look at the tender documents,
right,
we were supposed to have the one approved by GBP. When I looked at it, we should have been paid 20% down payment, yes, and 80% over the period of 3 years.
Yes.
But unfortunately, KMC at the time could not afford to pay the 20%. So I believed that when they were signing the contract, they removed that on this one, because I've seen that on the smaller contract, the 20% is there. But on the 19 trucks, which was the major one, the 20% was removed. And the team, I think, consulted with KMC to give a guarantee, which was not possible. So, of course, the only way to get this project moving was for us to use the trucks which we own and purchase as a guarantee. It's not a normal thing. As I said, this was one of the social wards.
Yes.
We signed with one entity, KMC.
Right.
Yes.
But the agreement, you will agree with me, 1.3.5 state otherwise. 1.3.5 clearly is very clear in relation to the relationship between Espas Motors and the World Development Committees.
Well, it depends on what you interpret facilitating means.
What would you interpret it means?
Well, if the contract is signed between KMC and Quantum Net, then the facilitation, that is part of it.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, to say that the World Development Committees will be doing the procurement, what would that mean?
That's probably an internal arrangement between KMC as the, as the main entity with its wards.
So now
that's what I believe.
Now what would it mean here to say that the WDC will do the procurement?
What it means is that it's going to do it through KMC, because we did not sign any individual procurements with the wards. There are 19 wards. We did not sign individual contracts with them. And even in the bidding, the wards to GPPA, the application to GPPA, I don't think the wards individually applied to GPPA.
They did not?
Yes. So what we saw as a business is that KMC was floating a tender.
Right.
And of course, any internal arrangement they have with their wards is internal to them.
Right. Yeah, but the contract you end up signing is important as well.
Yes.
That becomes the bedrock of your agreement, and the terms and conditions there are supposed to be binding.
Which I agree.
So the award of contract that you have from GPPA is not an agreement. It's not a contractual document. It's an intention that the GPPA is stating to the procurement organization, that is KMC, that they can go ahead and sign the necessary contracts. Right?
Yes.
So now, with the terms of the contracts will bind both parties. You are into business, you know what I'm saying, right? So if you have this, it is very clear. If you have this, it suggests otherwise.
Well, I don't know how you interpret it, but for me, when you say KMC is facilitating, and KMC went to GPPA to ask, they want to float this contract, or they want approval to open to do an open tender,
right?
And KMC, the contract is between KMC and Quantum, and the contract was signed by the Chief Executive Officer of KMC.
Right.
For us, that's what we understand. So whatever is between KMC and the wards, I don't think that for me, it's an internal arrangement.
It is not internal. Well, it is not internal because it depends on who you are going to recover from. It depends on who you're going to recover from.
That's my understanding, Council.
Yeah,
I've signed a contract with KMC, signed by the Chief Executive Officer of KMC. And all the meetings my guys were having were with KMC. So I don't know whether they were calling the wards to meet, but for me, what I can see after the signature, what the contract I have seen is between Quantum Net and KMC.
You realize that KMC could not pay the 20%, correct?
No, I didn't realize
No.
Because they paid, the 20%. That was a pre-negotiation. If you look at the contract of the 19 trucks, there is no 20% deposit. And I believe when I asked them, they told me because KMC said they couldn't afford, because that was going to amount to about 20 million.
Yes, 24 million.
24 million. And they couldn't.
Yes. If that is varied, if that is varied subsequently, and KMC could not pay that 20%, would that not be an indication that there may be a problem in recovering the investment of ESPAS?
Well, I don't agree with you that with the wording, KMC couldn't pay the 20%.
That's what you said.
No, because you have bidding. After bids are won by companies, they negotiate.
Right.
So we took the risk.
But you said it.
Yeah, we took the risk.
No, you said
yes.
During the negotiations, it was clear that they could not pay the 20%.
No, I said, we negotiated, they said they don't have the money to pay 20%. So I took the risk. We took the risk.
We'll come to the risk.
Yes.
The bottom line is what you said is what I am repeating.
Yes.
That at some point KMC could not pay the 20%. Is that a fact or not?
No. There was no time when KMC couldn't pay the 20%. In the negotiations, before signing this contract, KMC pleaded that because they have a lot of other things they are doing in the municipality, it will be difficult for them to pay us the upfront 20%. Yes, they said that, and we agreed with them.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yes.
What you said is what I'm repeating.
Okay.
So if they negotiated with you that it will be difficult to pay 20%, it means they could not pay the 20%.
Yes. So the risk, that means that the risk mounted on my side.
Right, I understand that.
Yes,
I understand that.
Yes.
I'm just trying to get the facts out.
Yes.
That the 20% could not be met by KMC.
Yes.
Right? And so what does that tell you? if the first payment could not be made, you would probably be invested pre-financing $105 million. And the first payment of $24 million could not be met by the purchaser. What would that tell you as a contractor, Espas Motors? Is that a feasible business that you should get into?
I think my team was giving good reasons why at that point in time KMC couldn't do the 20%, but it didn't mean that.
What are these reasons? What were these reasons?
They had a lot of things, they were settling down, and they had a lot of things they were doing in the municipalities.
Right.
So they asked us whether we can go ahead with the project, and they are sure that they will be able to do their payments.
What is your
believe them?
What is your gut? No.
Yes.
Yeah. You just don't believe people in investment.
But it's my business.
No.
I have, Council, let me explain to you.
Go ahead.
I have gone into this contract and used my trucks as a guarantee.
Yes.
So what that means is that if any point in time during the contract, KMC fails to pay me, I will just retrieve my trucks.
So yeah, don't say my trucks, my money.
Yes.
It's not your money.
At this point, when we signed,
hear me out. We have to get the facts out.
At this point, it was my money.
Just hear me
Yes.
out. I try to exercise patience, and I will exercise patience. But we operate based on what the law is.
Yes.
Ajib Bank is your bank in the local parlance.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll get that. Mr. Jah, I'm just trying to outline that the monies that I invested could not have been invested at your own discretion anyhow,
yes.
Because you, as Muhammed Jah, as the major shareholder, you are confined within regulations and rules.
That's true.
That's what we are saying.
Okay.
You and I know this, right? So now, when you took that risk,
Yes.
KMC told you from the word go that the amount of 24 million or thereabout could not be paid because they have issues. They are starting newly, whatever the issues are. That in itself showed you that there is no guarantee that they can fund this project, correct? You agree with that?
Well, no, not really. I don't agree with that.
Okay, was there a guarantee from KMC?
There was no guarantee, but it doesn't mean that because you have not given me a guarantee at the beginning, the project will not be funded.
Okay, now as an investment business, Espas Motors in this case, what was the fallback on in the event KMC will break the contract because they could not pay? Because it's a possibility.
Yes, we would have retrieved the trucks we have given to them.
It would have depreciated in value.
Well, that's the risk we took. We are a business. We take risks.
So why would you take that risk? Tell us.
Well, I take different risks. When I was going into businesses in
this
other
case,
countries.
in this case, let's just
I'm just telling you that if you want to go into a business which there is no risk, I don't think you'll be there even first.
In this case,
yes,
in this particular
case,
case.
I took the risk like the way I take risks in all the other businesses.
Right. So if at all the money could not have been paid, you are going to get back the trucks and
yes,
sell the trucks.
I was going to take back the trucks.
At a depreciated value.
Yes.
And
that's my risk.
That's the risk you took.
Yes.
Now, when you had the loan from Ajib Bank, do you know what Espas Motors, the process that they followed?
No, we don't have a loan with Ajib Bank.
Okay, tell us.
We have what we call Musharaka. That is, we have a partnership agreement.
Right.
In establishing that partnership.
Do you have a copy here?
Yes, I think it was submitted.
Yes, it was. Yes,
I have a copy.
May I please see the copy? Yes.
Yes, so we have a partnership agreement where when we do a partnership together,
right,
60% of the profits. Remember, Ajib is completely different from conventional banks.
Islamic bank.
Yes, conventional banks cannot do that.
Right.
Because Ajib runs on not interest, it runs on profit and loss.
Yes.
So when we have a project, we go to Ajib and say, this is the project we're dealing with, this is the client we're dealing with. Do you want us to go into partnership? If Ajib agrees, then we share the profits 60-40.
Yes.
Ajib takes 60 and then we take 40.
Right.
So it's not a loan, it's like a partnership agreement. Yes.
Okay.
And I know that Ajib has done it with a lot of clients
Yes.
in Gambia. Yes.
May I please see the partnership agreement you have? The agreement be photocopied and then
You have your guy, he brought me a copy. I think this was your copy.
okay, let me just see it, please.
It was given by. Okay. Okay.
A letter dated the 23rd of December 2024. It is addressed to the Commission of Enquiries, local government councils.
Accounts of Espas Motors at that time could have accommodated the pre-financing.
Yes, it could have accommodated.
So why did you not pre-finance it then?
As I said, they normally prefer with this type of contracts to partner with partners.
Why is that?
It's just a mode of business.
But we want to know the convenience, because if Espas has to go to Ajib for any form of partnership financial support, when you have the money already, what would be the reason?
In business, you normally just always like to dilute your risk.
To dilute the risk. And what was the risk here?
The risk?
Yeah, that you were diluting. What was the risk here?
The risk of the client defaulting, for example, is one of the risks.
So there was a risk of the client defaulting?
Yes.
And so if the client defaulted, then you would have diluted the risk, right?
Yes, we would have at least shared the risk.
What do you do as a company to minimize, when you're dealing with a client, to minimize the avenue of default, the possibility of default? What would be incumbent on Espas Motors to do by way of due diligence to minimize that possibility of default?
Is to talk to the client and see whether their financial status will be able to accommodate the business you're going into it.
Good. And then how, if you talk to the client, what would the client give you or show you to be able to be convinced as a business that yes, indeed, what they are saying, they can do it, and they will be able, if we invest 105 million, they will be able to pay it?
One of the things is they show us their income, the incomes they generate from the communities like this, like for KMC, yes.
Okay, was that done?
Yes, it was done.
And how much was it that they were generating?
I will not know. As I said, I was not in the technical meetings, but I'm sure that my guys would have looked at that.
Yes, but you have given your consent for your guys to go ahead with the contract.
They give themselves, they look at the risks and the opportunities and take a decision.
There is no need to seek your consent about it?
From who?
From you, I mean the Espas.
Not really.
And why would they do that when it comes to the discount?
No, because the discount was a special discount in the sense that for me, I saw that this project had a social dimension.
Yes, against $105 million, right? And it's okay. Now, the trucks we have heard from all the witnesses were supposed to be paying for this, right? This has been confirmed. That is the initial idea. That is why Espas Motors agreed to this. The trucks would work between these various wards, generate funds, and pay for this, correct?
Yes.
Good. Come again? Come, please, go.
I don't know whether that's because we signed, as I said,
yes.
the contract is signed between us and KMC, yes. And we were assured by KMC that we will get their money.
Through the
way the trucks will work,
right.
with the wards and collect the money,
right.
Really, we were not into that. It was totally an internal matter with KMC.
With KMC.
Yes.
Now, Ajib Bank, when they were approving these funds for Espas, did you take part in this?
No.
In any way?
No. You
do not know as that the Ajib was going to give $105 million or thereabout to Espas Motors?
But I knew that they were going to give this to us, but I didn't take. I'm just the chairman.
Right.
So when it comes to the board and the board agrees,
right.
Then it sails through.
It goes through.
Yes, it goes through.
Now, when the bank was giving Espas Motors this fund, the bank needed to have a form of a guarantee that these funds will be recovered.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
That's expected.
Well, generally, no. In Islamic banking, you take risk. These partnerships are risks. So normally, when they do these agreements with other clients, like Nawek, I know they've done it with a couple of clients.
Right.
They don't necessarily have to give them a guarantee. But for our part, because I am the chairman, and the party which is dealing with the bank is also one of my companies.
Yes.
I give the bank guarantee.
Right.
That is this. I do that to just secure the depositors' funds, make sure that it's not at risk.
How did you do that?
By putting title deeds.
So that was done in this case?
Not particularly for this case. We have it long time.
But
remember, this is just one of the partnerships we've done in Egypt. So we already had that with them.
So you have had guarantees that were up and running prior to this case, prior to this purchase.
So the guarantees, the projects, partnerships going on,
right,
running between us. But of course, as I said, that collateral was always there to guarantee that if there is a problem, it's Ajib or Quantum Net.
Yes.
And the fact of the matter was, we were not dealing with another bank. We were dealing. Ajib was dealing also with KMC. The accounts of this joint venture was with Ajib.
Yes.
So of course they would naturally also put effort in recovering the money.
No, but the relationship was not between. We see Samba 5. Let me read to you what Samba 5 said. The KMC first tried to work with Ajib. Ajib would not work with KMC in the manner in which they wanted. Ajib would rather work with Espas Motors, right? Whom they are more convenient with in relation to working, right? It says the statement of the 12th of May 2023, and it was repeated in the hearing of Samba 5. The second paragraph. In respect of the Malik project, it came when KMC wanted to close their accounts with Ajib, then an agreement was made between the two parties. KMC wanted all the 19 ward trucks to apply for the loans to purchase the trucks, but we realized that the wards cannot apply for the loans. My responsibility as a relationship manager was only to process the CAM that entailed all the terms and conditions of the project, including the dynamic and terms of payment and the likes. The processed CAM was later sent to my boss, Usainu Ojalo, Head of Business Development, for review and onward submission to the Credit Committee, with all heads of departments who will sit over the decision-making process, right? Now, as far as I know, all the Credit Committee declined the proposal because it was said not to be viable, very viable business for the bank. So, the initial to make sure they safeguard their funds.
Of course.
Whoever they deal with. Whether they're dealing with Espas Motors or any other affiliated business, the idea is the money has to be guaranteed.
Yes.
For payment.
Yes.
And so that the same reason why they declined, they declined to work with KMC The terms and conditions of KMC never changed.
Yes.
It never changed.
Yes.
Even when they had a relationship with Espas Motors, the same intention they had that the trucks would finance this project, it never changed.
Yes.
So what was the convincing factor? Because Ajib Bank ended up accepting what they refused in the beginning.
Not really.
Of course.
No.
Why?
Because
What is the
Ajib Bank did not go into the contract. Now, we went into the Quantum Net went into the contract
Yes.
with KMC,
Right.
and came to Ajib as a partner in this project,
Yes.
but guaranteeing Ajib's investment. As I said, if there was default in the contract, Ajib will still have got their money. Because
How?
They have guarantees with Quantum Net.
But why would you get into a business to lose?
But there was no business to lose. We didn't lose.
But you rejected. No, you did
No,
not.
Ajib rejected it based on fundamental banking principle.
The same.
That doesn't translate to Quantum Net. Quantum Net is not a bank.
No, yeah, you are missing the point.
Yes.
Look, you have three parties here,
Yes.
right? You have Ajib Bank, you have Espas, and you have KMC.
Yes, and
The
each
oth-
one is independent party.
Yes.
Yes.
Both are independent.
Yes.
Ajib is independent from Espas. I keep
Exactly.
telling people, no matter how one person owes everything, they're still independent entities in the eyes of the law. The issue here is you have three parties,
Yes.
right? And KMC first went to Ajib
Yes.
to
For a
tell
loan. For a loan.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Ajib said, no, because what you are selling to us, we don't think is viable enough. Because you do not place down certain guarantees or whatsoever to be able to get us to fall back.
Counsel,
Yes.
Can I come in here?
Yes.
If you put it like that way, then I will tend to disagree.
Be
Because
at liberty.
Ajib rejected it based on the fact that KMC did not meet some of the basic requirements of getting a loan.
Which
And
are?
one fundamental is guaranteed.
That's what I'm saying.
They will not even look at it. See, when you bring a loan at that magnitude to a bank, if you guarantee,
They could not be sure whether they can have their investment.
yes, no,
But
they could not proceed even.
Yes, they would
Because
not,
if they know very well that if they bring that to the board, it will be rejected.
because they would not be able to have a certainty of securing their funds.
Yes, the guarantee, yes.
Yes, that's the same language we were speaking, Mr. Jah. Right?
I think the difference is what you added as the business is not viable.
Let's leave that for now,
Okay.
right?
All right.
Because when I say viable, it means that at the end of the day, the business will surely have turnover. Not that the business in itself is not a good idea or concept and there will be funds made, but that not which is sufficient, that which is not sufficient enough to give Ajib its money back. If Ajib can be convinced that we have a guarantee.
Ajib its money back.
Yes. Now, that issue of the guarantee, right? KMC still did not change the rules.
Yes.
They didn't change their intention. They have no money. You get the point? But they are desperate for the 19 trucks. What did they do? They went to Espas.
Yes.
Right? Espas had to also invest $105 million for the very trucks.
Yes.
Is that not the case?
Yes.
So why is Espas not worried or having the same concerns that Ajib has? Why will Espas not reject the proposal that never changed, the terms never changed? Why did they not reject the proposal that Ajib rejected?
For 2 or 3 reasons.
Right.
One, Espas really wanted to be part of the mbalit or not the waste management solution in the country. That's one. Yeah, it's an agreement between Espas Quantum Net and Ajib Bank for partnership financing, basically. So what it does, in Islamic banking, you can do partnerships. You can jointly fund a project or one of the entities funding it exclusively, and that's where the profit sharing depends. If, for example, this is 105 million, and I do 50%, and Ajib does 50%, then we share 50%. If Ajib does more, then it takes more. So in this case, 60-40, we agreed. So Ajib would always put more money than Quantum Net, and then at the end, the profitability will be shared. The profits will be shared by the two parties based on the percentages.
As a matter of further clarification that I want is for me to understand the reason why Espas Quantum ended up going to Ajib.
Yes.
Is it because of this agreement or what? Is it because of this partnership agreement?
One of it is this agreement. We have similar projects, not only with KMC. Remember, this partnership started well before KMC. So when we have projects like the ones KMC has proposed to us, we go to Ajib for the partnership together.
And in the event that KMC was not able to pay and Ajib wanted its money back, so
Ajib
wanted its money back.
Yes.
So was it going to fall back on the assets of
QuantumNet
and Espas?
Yes, it was going to fall back.
Through what legal document? Is that
We have title deeds being given to Ajib.
Okay, you have said you will produce
yes,
that.
We'll
Thank you. Let
produce
me have
that,
the
yes.
exhibit. Council, you may proceed.
Mr.
Yes, sir.
So Jah, are those title deeds for any partnership that is engaged, that they engage
Yes,
in?
it's a general, because as I said, it was submitted well before this partnership, so it's titled this for.
Okay, we will wait for that.
Yeah.
Right. Now for the 2 points. The 2 points that you've highlighted. One because of your interest in the Mbalit project in itself. Right?
Yes.
That is your first point. That would not be tenable. You could have donated trucks. Right? So in business we would not say because you're interested in the Mbalit project and that's why you took so much risk. The second point I forgot. Your second point was what? You mentioned 2 points. Your first was the Mbalit.
That I can sell the trucks.
Right.
Yeah, when I take them back.
Yes.
Yes.
So that again would not be tenable. I had told you what you were engaged in was machinery which will depreciate. So why would you take that risk? For 19 World trucks and 4 council trucks respectively. On the 13th of March 2019, 2 separate letters were written to KMC authorizing Ajib to monitor and electronically deduct dues from the compacted trucks. Now it was Ajib who rejected KMC initially, never had an agreement with KMC. That was now going after KMC for monies to be paid. You understand?
That's an arrangement between Quantum and Ajib. I'm not.
No, they can't have that arrangement. Ajib is not a partner with. They didn't have any agreement with KMC.
No, Ajib is a banker for both QCell, for both Quantum and KMC,
yeah, but
and they are also involved in this particular partnership.
No, but they don't have a tripartite agreement.
Well, it doesn't mean that because you don't have a tripartite agreement, you will not go and follow for payment.
But you can't enforce.
I can even hire people outside Ajiban to go and follow KMC.
No, that's different. We are talking about the 3 parties here. Ajib refused KMC. Ajib refused KMC the loan.
They refused them based on a loan. This is not a loan now.
Just wait.
Yes.
What is the relationship with Ajib and KMC in this 19 talks? What is the contractual relationship with Ajib and KMC?
There is no contractual relationship, but they are KMC's bankers. And they are also part of this partnership.
Let me just look at Exhibit 02. Yes. Mr. Chair, please tell us what is the implication of a special resolution that is dated the 10th of August 2016. You understand? How does it impact to your transactions in investment, particularly now if we now relate it to the issue of KMC? Moduboy?
Yes, as I said, this was a board resolution allowing Quantum Net Management to sign a contract with Ajib for a partnership agreement.
Thank you. Let me have it. Yes, Council.
Now, please guide the Commission through your financing in relation to the invoices.
Invoice to put on. Yes, sorry. Council, I have a copy here.
All right, thank you very much.
So, the invoice was for the compactor truck, 19 trucks was 90,910, and the total amount was $1,727,290.
Very well.
Yeah.
Now, at any point in time when you were given this facility to Espas, were you at any point called upon by the in relation to the banking supervision for this issue, central bank banking supervision?
No.
Do you know whether you are at any point fined or sanctioned in relation to this?
No.
All right. Thank you. That's all for this witness. We will wait for you to bring us the guarantee for between Ajib Bank and Espas Motors, so that we can proceed from there.
Okay.
Or do you have anything else to say?
Yes.
Please proceed.
Sorry, Madam Chair. I would like to say some few things of clarity because I've been listening to the Commission and I've heard a lot of things concerning this particular procurement. But I want to assure the Commission that no wrongdoing have been done on this particular this procurement. What we tried our level best as a company was to help solve the problem of waste in the municipalities. And today, because of the success of the KMC project, all the municipalities, Banjul has followed suit. Birkama, we've just supplied 2 weeks ago. And now Kerewan, all the municipalities are coming to us to give them the solution. Because we all understand that the municipalities don't have ready-made money. They collect small bits and pieces from the public. So for them to come up with huge amounts of money to invest in advance might be difficult. So all these municipalities, we have been doing the pre-financing for them so that they can solve one of the most important problems they have with the terms and conditions of the bid. We went into this contract and we were open enough with the Commission because we wanted transparency.
Let me step in here.
Yes,
we appreciate and we do understand, the intention or whatever. But then the bottom line here is, as an investor, you do agree with me that you will not invest to lose, right? In as much as you have the intention of making sure that you solve certain problems, you believe that with your capacity.
Continue.
Yes,
Can you give me
please, yes.
Second lot we won. The total contract sum was 122 million. Total contract sum, the 105 plus the other compactor trucks. Out of that, our margin as a company was 21 million. Because I had a lot of people saying they've made so much money, so much money. So I want to tell you that we did not make as much as we are even supposed to make, because we felt that this is a project which was essential to the community. If you look at the 21 million over a period of 3 years, you calculate it, you will see that if it was a normal bank, conventional bank, you're talking about 6-7% interest per year. Because if you look at 21 million, factor it with the cost, with the 105, it's about 17%. Spread it over 3 years, it's about 6% interest or 7%. I've done the calculation myself today. If we put 18% interest, and at the time we were doing this, the interest rate was very high. And also, you have a lot of risk you factored. So, if you plot that in a normal banking software, the KMC should have paid close to 36 million, more than 36 million. That is at 18%. But if you look at what KMC, the interest, the rate, the margin we've made was 21 million. There was a difference of 15 million. 15 million, and this is on record. And that 21 million is what Ajib Bank shared 60-40 with Quantum Net. Quantum Net taking 8 million and Ajib taking 13 million. So if you look at the 13 million vis-a-vis the total amount for Ajib, you will see that we had a good discount because we don't work on interest, we work on profit sharing. And Ajib charges a markup. So you will see very clearly that this project was delivered to KMC at the low.
Is to not work with them because there is no guarantee, and they accept that with S-Pass Motors, when S-Pass Motors could not still have a guarantee with KMC, so there was too much of a risk, which was unjustifiable under the circumstance because there was no way that it was clear as to where the money would come from, and KMC's position never changed from the moment they approached S-Pass Motors through the evidence of Samba Fai to the moment they had agreement with S-Pass Motors. So their position did not change with Ajib Bank and S-Pass Motors. So nothing had changed. What we see is evidence of unjustifiable risk that was taken without any evidence of guarantee coming from KMC in any form. And so whether that is convincing to the commissioners or not, but at least that is clear to the commission in relation to the risk that was taken by the parties involved, S-Pass Motors and Ajib Bank when they refused the same with KMC. We will wait for the witness to bring the other documents.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jah, for coming and for clarifying. You are discharged.
All right. You have one of my copies. I don't know. The one you submitted.
This one is already an admitted exhibit. Is it the exhibit LGC/MJ/KMC/002?
Yes. The one which has the Ajib partnership. That one.
All right. We will.
We have a photocopy. We have a copy which Jim has given to them.
Okay.
There is a copy. Just there.
No, I have already admitted this one.
Yes, there is a copy with them.
Yes. So you can take the copy because we have.